Good day, this is your brass and woodwind teacher at Penrail Comprehensive, Mr. Southgate, and this is a very quick video just to show you how to assemble your clarinet. Now your clarinet will come in a case similar to this little box here, and it can be a little bit fiddly sometimes to put together. Now the first two bits that we put together are the two longer parts of the clarinet. Okay, now you may or may not have a cleaning instrument, that doesn't really matter, but the important thing when you're picking up these bits of the clarinet is not to grab the clarinet and squeeze where any of the keys are, because then you can risk bending and denting some of it. If you're not sure how to assemble your clarinet, either get your teacher to do it or get your parents to do it, and there's plenty of videos online as well as this one. Okay, so you'll have your two slightly larger ends. Okay, one will have some writing on, that one's near the top, and one is nearer the bottom. And what you'll do is you'll be connecting this end of the bottom piece, you can see these little bits here, these metal bits here, with this bit of the clarinet. So this section here overlaps the cork area here and they slot together. So firstly, like I said, hold the bits of the clarinet on the end where there are less keys, so you're not going to be squishing down any keys. Secondly, when you try and aim them together, we want to avoid these very cluttered bits coming together, because again, you'll be pushing together metal and could bend it. If you look very carefully at one side, you'll see there is a little divot here, a little break there, and that slots together with the opposite side where there is a bit of metal which comes over. So if I put it together really quickly before showing you, you can see if I put the assembled clarinet and I just point at this area here, you can see that the bit that was lower down before from the bottom bit is now being overlapped by the bit that comes down from the top. Okay, so to put them together, first of all you line up those two segments, so you find the bit that's going to overlap with the bit which is divoted, and you try and line those up. If you twist the lower end to the right and the divoted bit to the left, one towards you, one away from you, and then place them together like this, and then twist on. Okay, twisting it on is often better than simply pushing it. And when you twist it, you then want to line up those two spaces as I showed you before. If it's a little bit stiff like mine was then, we have cork grease, or you can even use things like Vaseline, which you can put on the cork, which softens up the cork slightly and makes it easier to put on. Once you've connected these two middle bits, you have the base of the clarinet, the bell, and that attaches to the bottom. You'll quickly find if you try and put it on the wrong end that it won't fit. Okay, so again, you grab on the clarinet where there aren't lots of keys and twist it on. Sometimes you might have a little push on a table and just push it down like that, and that will help. Okay, so you've got that bit together. The next little bit of the clarinet is you've got the barrel and the actual mouthpiece itself, along with a reed. Now, if I've told you to leave the reed onto the instrument, then that's absolutely fine, but ideally the reed shouldn't be on the instrument yet. So what you will do is you'll grab the barrel in one finger, again gripping gently, and very gently with the mouthpiece, because this is a very delicate part of the instrument. And again, we twist those together. Once those are twisted together and assembled, I would probably put it on the clarinet first before we attach the mouthpiece. Again, grabbing the clarinet somewhere where there aren't lots of keys and twisting on. Okay, what we're looking for is the mouthpiece side, where the reed's going to go, to be level with the back of the clarinet, where you don't see very many buttons. The front of the clarinet, we have lots and lots of buttons. To put the reed on, okay, you've got a smooth side of the reed and a slightly curved side of the reed. It is the smooth side of the reed It needs to be slightly wet, slightly moist, just putting it in your mouth, licking it, okay, but not super, super wet. The flat side, the smooth side, against this bit of the clarinet. And what we want to do is we can position it using our thumbs so that the top of the piece of wood, we don't touch the top, be careful not to touch the top because you can fray the wood very, very easily, is roughly just below, it's like a hair's breadth, where the top of the plastic is. And then with this element, the ligature, you'll see again with the ligature there's a slightly smaller side and a slightly wider side. The wider side goes on first. We push away from the wood, so you can see that I'm actually pushing it on from the plastic bit first, away from the wood, gently onto the mouthpiece, and then once it's in position it should be past the bendy bit here, past this straight bit. We tighten it up gently. Now when you put the reed on, it's likely or it's possible that you might have pushed this out of position and it may no longer be where it was. So before you tighten it up, you can readjust it, just pushing from side to side like this, or from the bottom upwards, and then tighten it. You don't tighten very, very tight. Okay, some people really, really screw it on, and that just makes it really hard to make the sound. It's only tight enough that the wood's not going to fall out, and it's not going to fall off. So it's only slightly tightened on. And then once you've tightened it up, make sure it's all aligned, and you're all ready to play. So that's the clarinet assembled. Thank you.